The flickering gas lamp cast long, dancing shadows across the old house's hallway. Elias traced the edge of the peeling wallpaper, his breath fogging in the chill air that seemed to emanate from the very stone. He knew the stories, of course. Everyone in the village knew about the house at the edge of the woods, the one where people went in but never came out. But tonight, driven by a foolish dare and a thirst for local legends, he was here. He reached the living room, the furniture draped in white sheets like ghostly figures. The air grew heavier, the silence profound. And then he saw it. Not a shadow on the wall, but a shadow in the wall. It was a patch of deeper darkness, a swirling void that seemed to breathe, subtly shifting its edges. It wasn't just the absence of light. It was an active, consuming darkness. A primal fear seized him, urging him to turn and run. But something else, a morbid curiosity, held him rooted. He remembered the old rhyme, whispered by grandmothers to frighten their children. The shadows that hide in the wall, if you look on it back, catch you and you leave without a trace. He'd always dismissed it as a harmless superstition. He forced himself to look away from the pulsating darkness, his heart hammering against his ribs. He turned his back, just for a second, to gather his courage, to convince himself it was just his imagination playing tricks. That was his mistake. A cold, unseen tendril brushed against his ankle. He gasped, spinning around. The shadow in the wall had grown, expanding like an ink stain on blotting paper. It was no longer a patch. It was a gaping maw, a swirling vortex of pure black. From its depths, a faint, metallic scraping sound emerged, like claws dragging across stone. Panic truly set in. Elias stumbled backward, tripping over a fallen curtain rod. He scrambled to his feet, his eyes wide with terror, fixed on the encroaching darkness. It wasn't moving fast, but it was relentless, creeping along the wall, stretching towards him like a hungry beast. He tried to scream, but no sound escaped his throat. He tried to run, but his legs felt like lead. The air grew impossibly cold, stealing his breath. The scraping sound intensified, accompanied now by a low, guttural hum that vibrated through the floorboards and up his spine. The shadow was almost upon him. He could feel its chill, a tangible presence that sucked the warmth from his body. He saw distorted, fleeting images within its depths, shapes that writhed and twisted, faces contorted in silent horror. Were these the others? The ones who had vanished? He squeezed his eyes shut, a futile attempt to deny the inevitable. He felt a sudden, sharp pressure on his chest, as if an invisible hand had gripped him. He was being pulled, slowly, inexorably, towards the swirling darkness. His feet scraped against the floor, unable to gain purchase. The hum intensified, a deafening roar in his ears. He felt himself being lifted, his body weightless, his entire being drawn into the chilling void. There was a sensation of falling, a profound disorientation, and then nothing. The gas lamp flickered, casting its lonely glow on the empty living room. The white-draped furniture stood silent, undisturbed. And on the wall, the shadow, once a gaping maw, had receded, becoming just a deeper patch of darkness, once more. Waiting.